Greetings. Why in these videos do I spend so much time demonstrating and talking about investigating the planet using live web maps? Well, I'll tell you a couple reasons why. First of all, these live web maps are like the planet. They're living, they're dynamic. They allow us to ask questions and investigate the planet. They let us look at features and phenomenon and issues from local to global scale, all the way from land use change in your local community to regional health patterns to global climate to Earth-Sun relationships. They really allow us to look at a lot of different scales in a short amount of space with really easy to use tools nowadays. If you've got a spreadsheet, for example, with some latitude, longitude values or some addresses that you're trying to geocode and put it on a map, no problem. Easy to do. Now, another reason why I think dynamic web mapping is so valuable to a lot of different disciplines, human health, geography, STEM education, biology, etc., is because they can be shared, and we can investigate these issues, we can ask questions, and then we can share these maps with our colleagues, and they can look at what we've done and they can add to it. We can have a dialogue about the problems and issues. So it's no longer me working on my own computer in my own little web mapping world and you working on your computer somewhere else. We can actually collaborate by sharing these maps. And also, what these maps allow us to do is ask better questions. That's what cartographer Charlie Fry is always talking about. A good map allows us to ask a better question. And so, also, we can ask some really good questions with these dynamic web maps. And also, they allow us to really investigate the quality of data that goes into it. Not just because it's on the internet, therefore it's perfect, or just because it's a web map, that means it's perfect. No, that's not it at all. It allows us to be critical of data. Who made that map? What kind of data did they use? How often was it updated? What scale were the data collected at? And all that kind of stuff. Especially nowadays, now that anybody can make a web map. You can make one in your garage, right? So it's important to ask those critical questions, not just about the problems that you're trying to solve, but about the data that goes in, right? Because your analysis is highly dependent on the maps and the data that you're inputting to ask and solve those problems. So there's a lot of key reasons to look at the Earth using these dynamic web maps. You can map things that you collect yourself, and you can also map things that other people have collected. So these are just a few of the many reasons why I think web maps, dynamic web maps, for example, in an ArcGIS Online environment, is a very compelling and useful framework for solving problems. Thanks.